Welcome everyone, welcome in another of my reflection videos. I've done one of these more than half a year ago and it was good, I think. What is a reflection video, you might ask? It's basically a type of vlog for me. I will give you a little bit of exposition and information about what is going on in my life that might affect the channel. Actually, the idea of the reflections is, well, it's hard to actually categorize this video, because on one hand I usually do them when I think they are necessary for me as a creator on YouTube, as a creator of a channel featuring games. And well, if you're not interested in me talking, feel free to skip this video. I won't mind. But if you are in at least some way interested, feel free to sit down and listen, because it might be interesting. First of all, I think that the channel will change the name. If you don't know, the LDG standing besides my name on the channel stands for Laughing During Gaming. That was the name of the channel 2 years ago, I think. Later it kind of evolved, and at the moment it's basically, it doesn't give you any idea, so I think we'll just go with gaming or something like that. And that's one thing. Second, this January marks quite an important moment in my career. I wanted to do a talk about that, because this might affect the channel, might not, who actually knows. For those of you who don't know, for a year or so I was actively looking for a job, for a full-time job. For the past 3 years I was employed as a what I call audio-video editor. I was doing a lot connected to my university, where I finished my studies. I finished my studies a year and a half ago, and during my studies we started a kind of a video service, educational video service connected to our university, and basically we were doing media coverage for a lot of events that were happening. We were doing promo stuff, informational stuff, reports, you name it. And for the record, I was paid to do that. I was paid, and that was a great thing, because for a student, for someone like me, it was great. I was a student, this was a part-time job. I was basically paid not the full amount of money that you expect when someone is employed for normal full-time, but it was great to be, first of all, close to the university, to be close to people with whom I usually met. I met them, I worked with them, I also learned with them, and that was great. But when I finished my studies, I was actually, from the very moment that happened, I knew that this will not last long. It lasted much longer than I actually anticipated it will. For the past year I was doing a lot of things. I sent my CV, I tried to do a series of things that unfortunately none of them translated into a full-time job. I don't want to go into the details. Now January marks the moment when I will literally finish my job. This job that was my prime source of income is actually going away. It looks like this. I was employed there at the university for quite some time, and it was always the thing that brought me joy, was fun, was entertaining, but as progressively it became a sort of activity that became kind of repetitive. It was repetitive. I knew people. At the very beginning of this job, I was learning. I was learning on a fast pace, new things. For 3 years, I'm a audio-video editor. I like to call myself like that. I was working with a lot of equipment, very good equipment, cameras, lighting, microphones. We were working on site, we were working on sets, and so on. Actually, if you don't know, my YouTube activities for around gaming, they actually started as well at that moment. How it started, I knew that I need something of a personal hobby that I can translate into this type of work that I like to do, because I literally love to work with footage, to create and edit videos. I love it. But the thing is, at some point it became obvious around a year ago for me that I'm stagnating, I don't evolve and progress, because people with whom I work, new people, they actually learn from me, and I'm not learning from them because they are not on the same level I am. I tried to change that, rectify that, but at the end, and January is the end. Basically the only thing that will grant me any kind of evolution in my career is to finish this job. I'm deliberately not using the term quit, because you're quitting a job. I understand that you quit a job when something dramatic happens between you, your boss, or your co-workers, and you basically don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. That's not the case in my opinion, and it's not my case now. I also don't want to say that I got fired, because I'm not getting fired. Well, literally I'm quitting, literally my employment ends, but it doesn't mean I will not have anything to do with those people anymore, because to be honest, some of those people are really people who I consider my friends, and not only colleagues, but people who we bonded in some way. How this can affect the channel? First of all, I will have more or less time. That depends on what is going on in the future. I don't want to go into specifics about what I'm going to do. I have an idea, kind of an idea for my future career, like many people do. I hope it will translate into a full-time job where I can be satisfied about what I am doing, and basically I can evolve in a good direction. I need progress when it comes to my abilities. How can this affect the channel? Because that's the most important thing. First of all, channel is not going anywhere. It stays on YouTube. I want to create the content I am doing. It's, as I said before, it started as a sort of a hobby of mine. I needed footage to work with, and games as a medium, they provided me with that footage, and sharing my experience in the games, that's great. I do know that my video editing skills aren't exactly that visible in my materials that I present on YouTube, but to be honest, editing even a short good material can take days. So what I do privately, I don't want to mix that up very much besides those reflection videos with my activities on YouTube. So what is important? Important is the channel is not going anywhere. I will try to maintain my creativity on the channel, but I can't assure you, and I can't assure anyone, there's no guarantee that what I am going to do in the future might affect the channel in some way. For example, if I'll have a ton of work to do, I'll have projects that I'm involved with. This might end up somehow relating to the channel, and can be visible not with the quality but with the quantity of the content that shows up. Okay, that's basically it. So as I said before, channel is not going anywhere. The content will show up. I still want to do it. Few things about the channel. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for those of you who are watching the Witcher lore series. That's great. Another episode is coming. I will most possibly during the weekend do some research and create the voiceover for that. And the beginning of next week, the third entry to the Witcher series will happen. That's quite sure. I think we'll try to do something a little bit more spontaneous when it comes to the games. I don't know exactly which one. And yeah, important thing, someone mentioned that I need a new mic. The truth is, whatever I'm going to do in the future will also require a good mic. So it's quite possible the quality, the audio quality, will increase. I hope so. So, I don't know. Have I rumbled for 10 minutes? Maybe? I don't know. The limit on my DSLR, which I'm using to film this, is 20 minutes, so I hope we haven't reached that one. Okay, thank you for your time as always. I hope to see you soon with some new materials. You can be quite sure that there will be the Witcher lore series going, and some maybe more spontaneous things. When it comes to the LPs, at the moment I don't have really the time to give a proper attention to them. So, see you next time, and remember, all you can do is change the world around you, and that usually pays off. I am about to change the world around me, at least I will try. Wish me luck. See ya.